If you want to increase the production value on your videos, the easiest way is to add in better audio. So in this video I'm going to compare 15 microphone sets from low budget to high budget so you can decide which is best for you. I have an awful lot of wireless microphone sets. Some would say I have a bit of an addiction to wireless microphone sets. In this video, I'm going to go through each wireless microphone set, giving you a chance to hear what it sounds like and go over its features so that you can make an informed decision about which one you want to purchase. I've got 15 wireless microphone sets, and if you stay to the end, you're going to see this bonus set, which is really quite interesting. So this is the cheapest microphone set in my collection. It's just a generic 2 transmitter and 1 receiver set. This charges over USB-C. This cost me $6.99, and to me it is identical to the Ulanzi J12 set. Absolutely identical. This costs about £20. This cost me $6. I really can't see any difference other than this is made by Ulanzi and this is made by a no brand. I'll test them both so you can see if there is a difference. So just before we get into listening to the microphones, this is just for comparison's sake. I'm using the iPhone 13 with a added lens to just give a slightly better picture, but I'm using the internal microphone of the iPhone 13. So this is going to be a comparison between using the internal microphone, which is about arm's length away from me, compared to using external microphones. So this is the knockoff version of the Ulanzi J12. Like I said, this costs $6.99, which is astounding value. So this is the Ulanzi J12, and this is different from the other one in that it costs more. That's the only difference I know. This Ulanzi J12 set costs around £20 to £25, and it comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and you can either get it as USB-C or you can get it as a Lightning. Comes with a charge case, and to be honest, I think it does an adequate job, and this is certainly so much better than using the onboard microphone within your iPhone. So the next one on the list is this wireless lavalier microphone 4-in-1 set. If I open this up, we can see we've got this very generic transmitter. It charges over USB-C. It's got a clip on it. Yeah, I can't move that clip, which is problematic. And we've got this 4-way receiver. So we've got a TRS 3.5mm jack here, USB-C jack and a Lightning jack. And I've actually never used this. We've got a few accessories in here, including a wind muff. And this set cost me £12. So this is the very cheap 3-in-1 job. And I've had a bit of an issue recording to this, so the phone did stop and said this accessory is not supported, which was very odd. So most of the other receivers that are in this sort of category, they just run from the power from the phone itself, but this receiver has its own battery and is going to need to be charged. Anyway, you can see it's attached here and the clip doesn't move, which is a shame. This next set is a Soomfan, and it just contains 1 transmitter and 1 receiver in a charge case. Again, this is the Lightning version. So this is the Soomfan microphone. I guess I'm saying that correctly. I've never known. I could have always been pronouncing it incorrectly. And it's just a really simple, very small charge case based wireless microphone setup. Fits in your pocket, no problem. Only has 1 transmitter, but that's absolutely fine. I think this cost around £12. So we've now looked at the very, very cheap microphone sets. Now we're into what I would say is mid-budget. So this is the Hollyland Lark A1. It's a very small case and it will definitely fit in your pocket. Inside we've got 2 transmitters, and this is really nice. We've got a USB-C receiver here and a Lightning receiver here. There is no clip on this, we just have a detachable magnet. The set also comes with dead cats as well, which are very easy to fix. Hello, I'm now using the Lark A1. It is possible with this to put the microphone facing down rather than up. That can happen. It's really difficult to put it in the same place exactly because this doesn't have a clip, but I've tried to position it in the best place to be consistent. This is the Boya Mini. This comes in its own case in a similar way to the Lark A1. However, the charge case is smaller, and the charge case is smaller because it only has room for one receiver. It has two transmitters. The other receiver has to go in this bag, so you can see I'm trying to find the other receiver, and here it is. So you can swap these out and put each in, doesn't matter. And there's no windshield included, but these are very, very small, these Boya Mini, and they have a clip but no magnet. They also have noise reduction and the ability to transform the sound of your voice, which may be a bit of a gimmick. So you can see here, or maybe you can't see because it's really quite small, I've got the Boya Mini here. I think it's something like 5 or 7 grams. It's really tiny. And this costs between 35 and 45 pounds for the basic set. I really like the Boya Mini. I think it's great. It's not very good for outdoors because it doesn't have a windshield, but indoors it works really well, and in non-windy conditions it works very well. This is a set from Hohem. You can get a charge case and 2 transmitters. I've just got the single transmitter. So this is a single transmitter here, and we've got a large clip and we've got a magnet as well. I guess what's different about this one is you can also put in a micro SD card, and the micro SD card allows you to record onto the device without being connected. This is the first one that has a microphone in, so you could use it with a lavalier. And we can see here we've got the receiver, which is lightning, and the dead cat goes on the front, and it's nice and easy to fit. So this is the Hohem microphone, and something I forgot to explain with the Hohem microphone is the receiver has a headphone output, so you can monitor audio if you want to. This is the DJI Mic Mini. It comes in a nice soft case. This is one of the only ones I can put away in its case with the dead cat still on it. It's very small. It has a clip on the back and it has a magnet. And here we have the receiver. The receiver is quite good because we can change the volume on it. The receiver will slide into a cold shoe and it has a clip as well. Sadly for me, you have to buy an additional lightning adapter if you wish to use this with iPhones that don't have USB-C. I bought that and it's in the case. So now I'm using the DJI Mic Mini. On the receiver, you can have it as 0, -6, -12, +6, +12. I always just have this Mic Mini set to 0. So this is the DJI Mic Mini. This is the original Hollyland Lark. We've got a transmitter and we've got a receiver. I did not buy the set that comes with 2 transmitters and a charging case. I just bought this set. What you can also buy with the Hollyland Lark is you can buy cables that go from 3.5 to USB-C or 3.5 to Lightning. I didn't bother getting a 3.5 to Lightning because I've already got something that I could use, which I had before I bought the set. So I'm using a 3.5 to TRRS 3.5 with a Lightning adapter that I already had. So I did not bother buying the Lightning cable. So this is the Hollyland Lark. This costs around 30 to 45 pounds. And like I say, I didn't get the set where you get 2 transmitters and a charging case. I just got the single set. This is really quite cheap compared to the other ones, but this is quite an old microphone now. So who knows, there may be better out there. This is the Neewer CM28 Pro. Comes in a charge case like so. You can see we've got 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. The receiver has a headphone jack on one side and an audio out on the other. Comes in a charge case and it comes with an awful lot of leads. So here we've got, for example, a 3.5mm to a Lightning lead. Comes with dead cats. and here are the other audio cables. So you can see here I'm recording with the Neewer CM28 Pro. The set costs between £62 and £99, and I think it's a good value set for the money, and this is the audio you get into the iPhone. This is the DJI Mic 2. I bought the transmitter only. This is the white one. We've got a clip and we've got a magnet, and this can record internally. So I won't be able to connect this to my iPhone, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record internally and I'm going to sync it up in post. So this is the DJI Mic 2. Again, as I've said before, it doesn't have a receiver. So I'm just recording internally into the Mic Mini, and I've done a few claps so that I can synchronize this with the iPhone in post. This is the Maono kit. I think it's the Wave T5. It's really quite a complete kit. Something's fallen out here. We've got lots of cables up here. So we've got 3.5mm cable to use with camera. We've got dead cats. Here we have the charge case, and in the charge case you can see we've got two button-like transmitters. They don't have clips, they just have a magnet on the back. We've got two of those, and we've got a receiver. But what I really like about this is in the case, it does come with a lot of accessories. If we want to use clips, we can, because we've got magnetic clips here, and we've got a USB-C receiver, and we've got a lightning receiver as well. So there's a lot of accessories in this kit. So this is the Maono. I was able to attach a clip and put it onto my shirt. One of the problems with this is because it's magnetic, I'm going to struggle to show this. The microphone can spin round, and you may not have the microphone actually pointing upwards, it may be pointing downwards. That's just something to watch out with this microphone set, but other than that, I suspect it's pretty good because I do like this microphone set. So now we have the Hollyland Lark M2, and there's a bit of a problem with this. It's got a nice case and it's very similar to the Maono. This came first, I think. We've got a receiver unit, we've got two transmitters which have magnets on the back, or we can put little magnet buttons on. You can also put stickers on to cover the logo, and it does come with a variety of stickers. I put just a black sticker on this one, and I didn't bother putting anything on this one. The problem with this is all the accessories are in the bag and not in the case, so finding things is really difficult. You've got to go through the bag. So you can see there's all these wires here. It does come with a lot of accessories, so we've got accessories here where we can hang each transmitter on a lanyard. We've got clips, we've got magnets, and you can actually put the tiny magnets on the microphone and then fit it into the case. The one thing I don't like about this as well is it's really difficult to fit the wind muff. So I really dislike this one because when I'm out in the field and I'm trying to get stuff, it's a bit annoying. The Hollyland Lark M2 comes with USB-C and lightning receivers as well. So this is the Hollyland Lark M2. You can see I've taken the one with the sticker to put on myself, and it's attached via the magnet rather than attaching and fiddling around with a clip. This is a good microphone. There should be no issues. It should be absolutely fine. And this retails for around £90 for the complete kit. So because it's a little bit older, it has dropped in price since it initially launched. So this is the Mic 1. We've got a really good receiver which has built-in touch display, and it's got a hot shoe and clip here. We've also got connectors for lightning, USB-C. The transmitter has a magnet on the back and it has a clip. You can also plug in a lavalier microphone, and this will record internally to the transmitter as well in 32-bit floats. Case is nice, everything fits in it, and inside the supply bag we have some wind muffs, audio cable and USB-C charging cable. So now I'm using the DJI Mic 1. I can see from the receiver that I have it set to an input of -12, so I may need to adjust this in post so that it equalizes with the other microphones. I normally have my DJI Mic 1 set to -12 because a lot of the other microphones are automatic. I think I might just have to adjust it in post. And the last set is the Rode Wireless Pro. Now this comes in two cases. This is the first case, so this has a USB-C input because this has the receiver and the transmitter in. So this will charge, it's got charging ports. This is a receiver, it's a bit low on battery I can see. And we've got two transmitters. The transmitters have a clip, they have a magnet, you've got a built-in microphone, and you've got the ability to use a lavalier microphone as well. In the other case, we've got lots and lots of accessories. This other case holds all our cables. So we've got USB-C to USB-C, we've got 3.5 to 3.5, and we've got USB-C to Lightning, so we can connect it to all the types of cameras we're going to use. In this part, we've got things like lavalier microphones. We've got two lavalier microphones, and we've got some dead cats. And the lavalier microphones are threaded as well, which is really nice. Also got some color coding and some pop filters for the lavalier microphones. So now I'm recording with the Rode Wireless Pro. This is a big unit, it's much bigger than the other ones, and it is pulling my shirt down, unfortunately, so I'm just going to hold it up like this. You can see it's a big unit and it's really obvious, but this is the Rode Wireless Pro. This comes in about £250, so it's quite expensive. So if you were interested to find out which microphone I used to record the introduction to each microphone set, it was actually a Sony one because I'm using a Sony camera. I'm going to put the name of it on the screen and a link to the video review of this, just for curiosity's sake. And so thanks for staying to the end of the video. This is the bonus section. This is the Rode Wireless Go original. So we've got a transmitter here, which has a built-in microphone and a port for a lavalier microphone. There's no charging case for this. There is just this soft pouch. Here we've got a receiver, and here we've got a 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter cable. The dead cats really weren't very good on this microphone, and they fell out quite a lot. And to use this with my iPhone, I'm going to have to use an adapter. So I'm now recording with the original Rode Wireless Go. This is by far my oldest wireless microphone system, because this was the first one I got. This is the original. It is really bulky and really obvious compared to slimmer microphone systems, but it's okay, doesn't matter too much. How does it sound though?